What's good, my lovely peoples? It's your main man, Solace, the humble wise one. Now, today I want to do this very short video discussing a simple topic. Are black people being oppressed by the system? Now, I know 99% of black people that's watching this will say, yes, we are being oppressed by the system. Now, I want y'all to grasp, there's nothing anyone in this life can do to you that you don't allow to happen to yourself. So now, is black people being oppressed by the system? No. Black people are oppressing themselves. And it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Because if the system is oppressing you, then why live by the system? You could do like the Indians on the reserves, or the Jews, and not live in the system, if it's oppressing you like you say. But the first thing a black person to say is, oh, we don't have any leaders and we are not unified and we don't fully know the way to go about getting our independence like the Jews and the Indians. And this is my point. Whatever happens to you, you do it to yourself. See, being as though you don't know anything, you don't have any leaders, you don't have any unity, is why black people are oppressed. Has nothing to do with the oppressor. It has to do with you don't know anything. And it's a deep thing that we have to grasp. Because we'll sit around and complain and make a bunch of excuses all day, pointing fingers at oppressors and oppressions. Mind you, you're doing it to yourself. See, it's a deep thing you have to grasp. You're dependent on the system. And this is why you're oppressed. This is what the system is for. Those who can't think for themselves and do for themselves, we have a system already in line for you. So it's a simple but deep thing y'all have to grasp. Y'all can complain about the system all day, but you willingly choose to live by the laws of the system. It's so deep that black people think that their oppressor will save them. So they vote for politicians and presidents, which are their oppressors. They vote for these people to make new laws that will be better for them. Mind you, laws are for slaves. Free people don't have laws, but they vote for the oppressor to make better laws for them. See how they're dependent on the oppressor. And then they wonder why they're oppressed. They never say, okay, I'm oppressed because I'm oppressing myself. Being as though I don't know nothing, I'm dependent and I have to depend on someone, which puts them in a position to oppress me. We don't think in that manner. We say, oh, we're being oppressed and we need to riot and loot and figure out a way to not be oppressed. Mind you, there's only one way to not be oppressed. Do for yourself. Unify amongst yourself. Lead yourself. Be your own dependent race. But there lies the problem, because black people can't unify. Black people seem to not have any desire to even want to lead themselves to think in that manner. And it's the deepest thing you have to grasp. We are not being oppressed. We are not being slaughtered and gunned down. We are not being treated unfairly. You are being treated how anyone should be treated who is a dependent. See, if you're dependent on me and I have to take care of you because you don't know how to take care of yourself and do things for yourself, you will always complain. Grasp that. Children always complain to the parent. You don't buy me this. You don't ever do enough for me. Blah, because they can't do nothing for themselves. They're dependent. So this makes them like little brats, and they think they're obligated. Mind, this is how black people are. They think they're obligated. The system is supposed to treat us fairly. No. You're supposed to have your own system in your own way, but you have no clue how that works. It's like a man saying, oh, I live in your house, you don't treat me fairly. Well, get your own house. I don't have to treat you fairly in my house. I have my rules for my house. And just because you live here now, you're not going to change them. I'm not going to alter them to make you feel better. Because you're a grown-up just like me and you can get your own goddamn house. Be thankful that you're in the house. And this is what black people have to realize. If you're going to be in the system and be a good slave, be a good slave. Don't complain so much, because complaining will get you nowhere. Voting for a new president will get you nowhere, and rioting and looting will get you nowhere. There's only one thing that's going to get you somewhere. Stop being dependent. Simple thing. But people don't grasp. People don't want to grasp. They just want to sit around and say, oh, Jesus is going to save us. Okay. Well, 1,500 years ago, people believed in Jesus coming back to save them. This is around the time King Arthur and them was running around all crazy, putting people on crosses and stuff if they didn't want to believe in Jesus. So it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. 1,500 years ago, men died believing 1,000 years after their death or 1,000 years later from that time, Jesus would come back and save them. And as you can see, life is still going on and they're just dead. So if you're waiting for Jesus to save you, you need to ask yourself this one question. What is he saving you from? Yourself? Because ain't nobody doing nothing to you. You just do it to yourself. If you don't know nothing, then people can fill your brain up with stuff. And this is how we are. You don't have a system of your own. You don't have any unity. You don't even have a nation. So now you have to be a part of somebody else's system, and then you want to complain and say they don't treat me fair. Sounds like you're the one with the problem, buddy. And we have to realize this. You can say, oh, well, Jesus will save us. Okay, well, the people that died 1,500 years ago, they're still waiting. Their bodies are turning into diamonds. That's how long they've been buried in the ground. And nobody came back. And nobody's coming back. Because there's nothing that anyone needs to save you from. You're your own problem. Every individual is their own problem. And people need to start to deal with self. Because that's truly the problem. We run around and get mad and say a whole bunch of dumb stuff, forgetting one thing. Ain't nobody making you do nothing that's going on with you. Ain't nobody making you be a part of whatever's going on with you. If you don't like the neighborhood you live in, move out. Oh, I can't move out, I don't make enough. That's your problem. You have to deal with that. You can't just say, oh, well, I can't because I don't make enough. That's not how life works. People gotta start to understand. Black people are oppressed because black people want to be oppressed. This is why black people live by the system better than any other race. You go to work, you make sure you buy every new thing that comes out, and you use up all your credit, and you basically just dependent on the system. Out of every race, black people are the most dependent. That's why you have so very little black-owned businesses. Because black people are dependent. They want to work. Black people are looking for jobs. Other races are looking for their own businesses. Black people are looking for jobs. So you already put yourself in a slave-dependent mentality. Black people are looking to vote. Black people are the maddest out of all people that Trump is in office. It's amazing to me. I don't understand. Mind you, why do you care who's in office? The system is not for you. It's for whoever made the system. And you just live in it. Because you don't know nothing. So you have to. You don't even know how to unify. It's a deep thing. Don't get mad at me, please. I'm just the messenger. It's your main man Solace, Pretty Hefe, the conscious cutie. You already know.